Alright guys, so I'm going to go over this problem with you one more time with finding the zeros of a graph and then using these characteristics that we're going to go down to write an equation for the graph. And then I want you to try the problem after this and then we'll talk again next week. So it says given the following function, find the characteristics. It's asking you to find first the x-intercepts. And x-intercepts are nothing more than zeros, roots, or solutions. And x-intercepts is where the graph crosses the x-axis. So I'm going to go here. There's an x-intercept right here at -5. So I'm going to say x equals -5. There's an x-intercept right here. And it's x equal -1. And then it's one right here where x equals 3. It says write the zeros in factored form. So factored form means to move the number to the other side with the x. So we get x plus 5, and all you do is just take the opposite of the number. And you get x plus 1. And then you get x minus 3. And this is the factored form of those zeros. What are the multiplicities of the roots? Alright, so if we go to 5, right, -5 here, it looks like it's going in and coming back out. So the multiplicity at it's at x equals -5. It has a multiplicity of 1. And then when you go to -1, because that hump is sitting on -1, then it has a multiplicity of let me do it this way so to keep it easy for you. I'm going to go and write down the multiples, the factored form, and just put the multiplicity up there. That one is 1. And then at x equals -1, the factored form is this. And because the hump sits on -1, it has a multiplicity of 2. And then if I go to x equals -3, because the hump sits on 3, then there the answer at 3 is going to be 2 as well. Alright, what's the y-intercept? So we get the y-intercept here equals y equals 10, or you can write it as an ordered pair, 0, 10. Is the leading coefficient going to be negative or positive? If you look here, since the left arm is pointing down, it's going to be negative. I'm going to put negative because left arm points down. So you get your, your leading coefficient is going to be negative or positive by looking at the left arm. What is the equation for the graph? Well, all I do is take this line right here with the multiplicities on them, and that would be my equation. So I would get f equals a x plus 5 to the first, x plus 1 to the second, and x minus 3 to the second. And then I'm done. And it says, what's the leading coefficient? The only thing that I'm having an issue with is this a here. When we give the equation, we need to know the value of the leading coefficient. Oh, I also should have said right here, babies. So when you write this, the leading coefficient is going to be a negative number. So I know this is going to give me a negative number in the end. And let me look and see how this is going to work out. So in order to actually find what this a value is, I need to set the equation equal to the y-intercept. So I'm going to say 10 equals a. And when I find the y-intercept, which is 0, 10, the x value there is going to be 0. So I'm going to say 0 plus 5 to the first power, 0 plus 1 to the second power, and 0 minus 3 to the second power. And I'm just going to do the math here. And you can use your calculator if you want to, or you can use your mind, the mental math. Alright, 5 to the first power is 5 times 1 times 9. And all of this is multiplication. You can use your calculator to help you get that. So this is going to be 45. So we get 45. A divide by 45, divide by 45. And I'm gonna going to say 10 divided into 45. And we get 2 over 9 equals A. So here, the A, which is the leading coefficient, is going to be 2 over 9. And now I can complete this equation off. So I get f of x equals, we already said that the A is 2 over 9, but we know that that has to be negative because the left arm is pointing down. So we're going to say negative 2 over 9. And then x plus 5 to the first, x plus 1 to the second, x minus 3 to the second. Okay? And we are finished. So I want you to try the next one, and then we'll talk about it in class. And y'all, please do your homework.